Good morning. I think I am live. Good morning. Welcome to Conversations with Sheri and TerryAnn. I believe we are live. We've had some beautiful weather here in Kansas City. I don't know how the weather has been where you are, but welcome to Kansas City and welcome to Conversations with Sheri and TerryAnn. If you notice this morning, I am here all by myself. TerryAnn is off with her husband who's having a procedure. So if you could pray for them, that would be great. Welcome to the conversation. For those of you that don't know me, I should probably introduce myself. Good morning. I am Sheri Berger, and I am the owner of Here to There Consulting. And we educate business owners with those tools to balance life, business, and finances so that you can have the life and business that you deserve. Welcome. Today, we are going to talk about the one thing about your current situation that might be going on with you that you would, and what, if you could change one thing about your current situation, what would it be? That's what we're going to talk about today. And like I said, my co-host, TerryAnn, the amazing TerryAnn, who's a mindset coach, she is not here right now. So welcome. So you get to talk with me this morning. Good morning, Debbie. It's great to see you. So if you could change one thing about your current situation, what would it be? That is going to be our topic. So this whole month, our theme is change your perspective and see new possibilities. And if you remember last week, we talked about how did the pandemic affect you? And today we're going to talk about if you could change one thing about your current situation, what would it be? I also would like to let everybody know as you are coming on that where are the banners? I am having fun pushing buttons and talking at the same time. It's like chewing gum and walking. I can do it. If you go to StreamYard, that's what I got down below. If you go to StreamYard and do StreamYard /Facebook and accept, then we can see your names in the comment. If you don't do that, we will not be seeing your names in the comment. But good morning. I know that we also go live on Kansas City Inspired Coffee with Sheri, which is my Facebook group, if you don't belong to that group. And then we also go on to TerryAnn's coaching group as well. So we are streaming 3 different avenues. So if you, like I said, so if you're in one of those, you might not show up here either. So if you do that StreamYard /Facebook and accept, then you could show up. So Debbie, I would love to ask you, if you could change one thing about your current situation, what would it be? Because I would love to have more communication this morning. I know that a lot of times we look at that, and man, we love to do that at the very first of the year. We like to come up with these New Year's resolutions of what we want to change or what we want to have more of. And now we are in February, and you're asking me if I can change one thing about current situation, what would it be? I know. What a thing to be asking in February. But why not? Do you know that everything that we choose to do starts with our mindset? Yes, I said that. I always tell people, write that down. But everything that you choose to do starts with mindset. So I don't really like New Year's resolutions. I like people to set goals. But the first goal should be your mindset. My age is my mind. I'm young, but in reality, I'm old. Yeah, but isn't that a mindset? I always tell my friends that try to tell me that they're old, I'm like, you can't be old. You're my friend. Because it's all a matter of perspective. What is old? So back when we were 10, we thought a 20-year-old was old. Remember? Or maybe when we were 9, those 2 digits. Then when you're 20, you think a 40-year-old's old. Then when you're 40, you might think a 60-year-old's old. So what is that perspective of really old? A friend of mine said that his life goal is to get as old as he can. What was it going? And still feel young. So that was his, and I thought that was really cool. I heard him say that yesterday, and I know I'm butchering it. Otherwise, I'd tell you who said it. But anyway, he said, my goal in life is to become as old as I can and still feel young. What a great goal, though, because youth is mindset, right? So what stories are you telling yourself about your age? Are you telling yourself I'm old? Or are you saying, oh my gosh, I can feel my age? Maybe we should change that perspective, right? And if we worked out more, would we feel younger? If we take the right vitamins and we eat, we do better self-care. I don't know. I always hung out with older people when I was younger. I've had mentor friends for 30, I guess it'll be 33 years. And I was like 20 when I met them. And they were 20 years older than me. By the way, they're still 20 years older than me. And I'm not 20, in case you haven't figured that out yet. Ha ha ha. But I always had older friends. And then I would find that they were the same age as my parents. And I'd be like, can't be the same age as my parents because you don't act like my parents, because they were my friends and the way out having fun. And not that my parents don't have fun. That's a different topic. But what I'm trying to say is sometimes we don't realize that the way you act. Have you ever met older people? Maybe you consider them old, that act younger than some of these younger people. So my age, in my mind, I'm young, but in reality, I'm old. But it's all about the way you act. So I really, really liked that perspective right there. What she's talking about, that my age, in my mind, I'm young, but reality, I'm old. Maybe we need to look at that and change our mindset a little bit in that. And good morning. Good to see that more people have came on. And what we are talking about is, if you could change one thing about your current situation, what would it be? And I love what Renee just said. She just said that I feel better now than when I was in my 30s. And it's probably because she's taking better care of her health. But, there is, I am all about balance in your life. But it's about your life, right? It's about your health. It's about your mindset. It's about your spirituality. It's about so much more, right? When you're trying to change your mindset than just that. You have helped me with my mindset, and I'm able to go from, this is Pam said, you have helped me. I'm assuming she's talking to me. And I've gone from disability to determination. Sometimes all discomfortable, one of your big words, huh? Yeah, you're going to do that. So anyway, but yes. So if we worry about what our mindset is, versus what our situation is. So if you could change the current situation, what would it be? I think that's so important though. What do you want to change? I know I need to get what is it called? I need to be more proactive with my health. Now, am I already proactive with my health? Yes, but I need to be more proactive with my health. I need to lose a few pounds. Right? And so I know that, and a lot of that is about mindset. Some people will be like, I hate exercising. Why do you hate exercising? Because it's probably what you're telling yourself, where if you exercise or you find a form of exercise that you enjoy, then that could be more enjoyable for you. You're only as old as you think you are. Yep, that's exactly what I said earlier. I love that. And do these stories, when you're telling yourself a story like, I'm old, is that serving you for your highest good? Does it make you feel good about yourself, or does it make you feel bad about yourself? So if you're worried about your age, I'm older. But like I said, my friend yesterday was saying, I want to become as old as possible, but feel young as possible. I think he said something to that effect. And yesterday when I heard that, I thought that's such a great perspective. If you don't know how old you were, how old would you feel? Exactly. And earlier, that's a lot of times, like, do you really feel your age? Every year you get a birthday and bang, all of a sudden you're old. I don't think that's how it works. So think about your life. Maybe stop and take a break and think about your life. What one thing do you want to change about your life? What if you spent about 30 minutes or an hour a day just with yourself, thinking about, what do you want for your life? What is that one thing you want to change? Do you know that laughter when you get hurt is always good medicine? Watch a little kid, okay? If they fall at the playground, if they have an audience, what are they going to do? Yeah, they want you to kiss their boo-boo and they want attention. But if they don't really have an audience, a lot of times when they fall down, they just pick themselves up and laugh about it and move on. You never noticed that, did you? How many times do we maybe need to learn to just stop and put things in perspective and laugh? Life is crazy. You can either cry or laugh. That's what I sometimes say. And it's true. But laughter is still a great medicine to get your mindset back. And it's okay to cry. I'm not saying that it's not okay to cry, because it is, and to pick yourself up. But sometimes to change your mood, if you start laughing, oh my goodness. I love my friends. I don't know about you. I love my friends that you hang out with and all you do is laugh. You know what I mean? They're sort of silly and it's such a fun environment just to laugh. One thing to change is my health, and I start with changing my mindset. So she's talking about that, going from hippies go with the flow mentally to choosing a path for the future and establishing mindsets. Exactly. And you don't have to lose who you are by doing that, right? You do not lose who you are. So if you still want to be the hippie, why do we have to stereotype that you have to always go with the flow versus having somewhat of a plan? So you still can be who you are, or who you choose to be. Did you hear me? Who you choose to be. So if you want to change one thing about your current situation, what are the steps to do that? But first, we need to talk about that one thing. And a lot of people on here are saying their health. Health is an ongoing appointment. I said that. An ongoing. If you have an appointment with somebody, do you cancel it? So why do we cancel it when we have an appointment with ourselves, like our health? Like, I don't have enough time to eat right. Really? Yes, you do. I actually have a friend that sets the timer when it's time to eat. And then she makes sure she spends about 20 or 30 minutes preparing her meal, and she eats. And she is an achiever. She does a lot. I know a lot of people set timers for water. I don't. I carry this. I never tell people what's in it, but it's water. And I drink my water all day. And I pretend I drink coffee all day, but I wish. No. You have to have water, right? But you might need to set your timer to remind yourself to eat, to have water. Or how about if you have an appointment to either go walking or go to the gym or dance in the living room, or what kind of movement are you doing? And some people don't like working out. And when people say, I don't like working out, if you start working out, you might start enjoying it. Let's just be real. But even if you don't, think about when you were a little kid, when you ran around outside and you played at recess. Was that sort of working out? When you play dodgeball, I don't want to play dodgeball with my friends, but you didn't think about working out. I went and met with my personal trainer, and one of my dear friends was there too. And we were actually playing, it wasn't 4 square, it was 3 square. And we're taking a ball, but it was a heavy ball. So it was harder to do. But we were bouncing it to each other. And I was like, this is not doing anything. Oh no, my arms back here felt it. You were moving, you were having fun. And I like what Pam said. I will never lose my hippie. I have a unicorn power. And it's important. Be the best version of you. Did you hear me? Be the best version of you. So don't lose you when you're trying to make a current situation change. And you can do things that make you feel good. Did you hear me? Do things that make you feel good. Pam also says, I have to put in my schedule to eat. I hate the phase workout. I call it mindset moving, time in my calendar. Okay. You can be creative, be the best you can, and give yourself away. That's always good too. And that means to go help others, right? Grace is really big on that. And actually, when you do that, you go help others. That's a great way to change your mindset. And Grace, you're going to love it, because one of my examples was thank you note to someone. If you're having a bad day, write a thank you note. If you're having a bad day, go do for others. Find a way to change your mindset by changing what you're doing. You can go work out. You can go for a walk. You got to go do something fun. And by the way, helping others can be a lot of fun. But go do something fun. Listen to music. My kids think it's funny when I call it getting my Jesus on. But I will either roll down the windows when I'm driving and be dancing down the street. Oh, no, maybe not dancing as I'm driving. No, I'm paying attention. I know, but still, or dancing in my living room, right? Those type things will change your perspective. And writing a thank you note and do things that make you feel good. Do you know that cleaning up a mess will make you feel good? When you feel very disorganized, when your house or your car or whatever is a mess, your life is a mess. It makes a big difference in your perspective. So clean up a room. Yesterday, I was coaching an individual that was having a bad day, and she's like, I'm going to go mop my floor. I said, that's a great idea. And I knew her dining room table was a mess. And I know it's going to take a long time, but if you do part of it, and I said, take before and after pictures, you'll be amazed because you see yourself being successful. 17th of February is National Random Act of Kindness Day. Oh, good, guys, let's all put this on our calendar. The 17th of February is National Random Act of Kindness Day. What a thing to go do. And Renee, you're so right. Perspective is the little things. I also liked this thing that I heard from another coach that said that they were being coached by a coach. What an idea. Oh, wait, I always have a coach. If you don't have a coach and a mentor, get one. Because it's so important to keep your mindset and to always be striving to be a better version of yourself. But I was talking to a coach that said that their coach said that if their closet is clean enough that they can pack to travel in 10 minutes, that they are ready to travel. And I was like, wow. My husband and I are empty nesters, except for we have 3 dogs. So I'm not sure about that, right? But anyway, we're empty nesters now. And so we are able to, the last 5-6 years before this pandemic, we were traveling a lot more. And so when I heard that, and some of my travel is to go see my kids, right? Go see my grandson, go see wherever my children are, college, whatever my kids are doing. But anyway, they were saying that if you could have your closet organized enough that you can pack and be ready to go in 10 minutes to travel, then you're ready to travel. I love that. And then Grace says, I pick a drawer and I clean it out just to put me in a good mood of my accomplishments. Exactly. I love that. My mom used to tell us when we used to say that we were bored or that we were in a bad mood, she would give us a job around the house. So we always learned to never tell mom that we didn't know what to do or we were bored or whatever, because mom would have us mop the floors or clean the microwave or I don't even know. And that's one of those things, you remember from your childhood. But I think about it now. I'm like, oh, I'm bored. I'm in a bad mood. Well, I could clean. 5 minutes dancing party is virtual for mindset. Change in my house and everyone who else happens to participate. Exactly. And when my kids were little, they would dance with me. Now they think I'm crazy, but that's okay. And Pam says that she's ready to travel. But what if you were organized enough that you could easily just pack and go? And I'm sure you are. I have a friend that's travel agent. Oh my goodness, she's so good at packing very little and being ready to go. And of course, Pam's a travel writer, so she probably is good at that. Mindset and cleaning your house really does matter. And your mindset will clear when your interior house clears. My closet is set up that I can pack in 10 minutes. That's from years of traveling. See? That's exactly. But what if you were that organized in other aspects of your life, right? So that you in 10 minutes knew you could do, because you're getting organized. And people say that plants help. Putting plants in your house can help with your mindset. Animals can help with your mindset too. And some people are either allergic or don't have time for animals. But, having a dog or a cat around is always helpful, or whatever kind of animal you like. But having plants can help too. Now, if you're like me, I can keep animals alive and humans alive, being I've successfully raised 4 kids. And then I also co-parented 4 other children that were not mine. But I can keep them alive, but plants I'm not so good about. And animals, I haven't killed them yet. So, must be doing something right. So mindset can transform our life. So what one thing, let's get back to the real question. What's the one thing in your current situation, if you could change it, you would? Write that down. And then let's break it down and realize that mindset is where it all starts. Making your bed every day makes you make your bed in the morning, that's when your day goes heck. Yep, that's true. Making your bed every morning. My kids used to get drove nuts because I made them make their bed every morning. I cannot say my children do it now. That's when your day gets to heck. And you can come home and see that you did something good for that day. And that's so important. But if you do your meditation and your prayer and your Bible study in the morning or whatever that is for you, watch your whole life change too, because you just changed your mindset. But making your day in bed is a big win, right? Or loading your dishes. Oh my goodness, so many people leave dishes in their sink and then they load them later. My family, we load them as you go throughout the day. And what a difference that makes. Now, I will be honest, especially during this pandemic, and I'm an empty nester and I'm home by myself a lot. Sometimes I will be in a hurry. I throw my dish in the sink and then when I get a break, I will hurry up and load up and clean up. And oh my goodness, does that change my perspective? Especially if you're in the house working. If you see clutter in the house, your mindset's clutter and you find obstacles in working at home. That's true. So if your office is a mess, if your house is a mess, what area could you go work on to clean up, to change your mindset? So, yeah. So what is that one thing about your current situation that you would change? What would it be that you want to change? When I need to change is to keep track of what I've done well from the day. That's true. And if you have a time blocking and you have stuff time scheduled, then I like to tell my clients to go back and do an actual blocking. What did you actually get done? And those to-do lists, my husband actually loves me to put a to-do list together for him. I know some people are like, my husband does not like that. But when you check them off, then you get to see what you did and what you have to still have to accomplish maybe the next day. And it keeps you focused. And then you could change that one thing. But what is that one big thing that you want to change with your current situation? Then we can break it down to time blocking. Then we can break it down to those small changes. So, yeah, that's what we were asking today is if you could change one thing about your current situation. And mine is my health, and making baby steps towards that and worrying about every day being conscious, taking your vitamins, going for a walk, eating right, and giving yourself those checkoffs for the win. And for a while, it was my book, which now my book is in editing and the published phase. So hopefully soon I will be able to tell you guys where it's actually at, because I gave it to my editor publisher. And then I tried to tell my husband, I am so glad that is off my problem. It is no longer my problem. And he goes, yes, it is. It's your book. It's forever your problem. But it's an accomplishment, right? Just to have it off my desk. And now I'm focusing on my one thing, or the current situation is my health. Now, do I need to be there for my clients? Of course, and still keep running all areas of your life. But what is that one thing in your current situation you would love to change? So next week, we are going to talk about, because this whole theme this month is change your perspective and see new possibilities. So next week, we are going to talk about opportunities that we found during this pandemic. So what are some of those opportunities that you found during the pandemic? Come back next Wednesday at 9:30 when we go live with Conversations with Sheri and TerryAnn. And don't worry, my co-host will be back next week. Like I said, keep her and her husband in prayer, as her husband's having a procedure today. But she will be back, and we will have a phenomenal conversation on those opportunities. My daily schedule book, I pick up my Office Max as what the heck? My daily schedule book, I pick up the Office Max as 2-person schedule, but I use the second column to write down how I spent my time. Yeah, that's exactly important, is for you to write where you're spending your time and how you actually spend your time. If you track your time, you will find out that you'll be more conscious with your time. Do you know if you track what you eat and you track when you work out, you'll be more conscious? Tracking is a huge tool that makes you successful. So yeah, that would be something I would say is, if you could change one thing about your current situation, what would it be? And then if we could track it to see if we are moving from here to there. Did you see my pun? So, yes, I will look forward to seeing everybody next week when we talk about opportunities that you found during this pandemic. So, I have a challenge for you. Go make it a great day and spread kindness and find that one change that you would like to make about your current situation. Write it down and let's start piecemealing it down to opportunities. So, trackers are winners and winners are trackers. I love that, Debbie. What a true. So every time you track your finances, you track your time, you track what you're doing with your workouts. Yes, watch. Trackers are winners and winners are trackers. I love that. What a great note to end on. I want everybody to go make it a great day, and I will see you guys next Wednesday at 9:30 when we will be talking about opportunities that have arisen for you during this pandemic. And go make it a great day. See you next week. Bye, guys.